I don't know what's happening. I'm taking a break right now. There's people everywhere and there's blood and they're eating each other and oh, it's so gross! And there was one following me and I didn't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. He's still moving really fast.
The outside of the virus disguises itself as body cells. The immune system or the germ-fighting system cannot fight it. The blue objects are the reverse transcriptase. They allow RNA to be transformed into usable DNA. The black strands are the RNA that codes for the mutated mitochondrial genes. Orange outer part has receptors that allow other cells to not destroy the retrovirus.
Hello, Dr. Jerome. I hear that the amount of cases that this new retrovirus is affecting is growing exponentially, with the number of cases being seen in hospitals, your hospital being the #1 receiver of the infected. What are the most common symptoms that are being seen by you guys in the emergency room that is alluding to the infection of this retrovirus?
Well, Nikki, the most common symptoms being seen in the emergency room are hyperactivity, hunger, yelling, and overall crazy behavior.
These symptoms can also be the symptoms of normal everyday illnesses such as the flu. These symptoms are high body temperature and confused thoughts. How are you and your colleagues able to identify the retrovirus itself?
We are able to identify the retrovirus with blood tests, then compare the results to tests of the flu. We are looking at the results too. We are seeing a genetic variation unlike the flu.
As more and more cases of the retrovirus arrive at the hospital doors, what systems of the human body are being affected by the disease?
The nervous system is greatly impacted due to the overproduction of ATP. Also, the circulatory system and the muscular systems are in overdrive due to the excess of energy.
Thank you for your time and answering these questions. I should let you get back to the hospital and your patients.
This woman was given a sedative to allow her to sleep. As you can see, the sedative quickly wears off and she is up running about. All of these symptoms happen in less than 24 hours. Here she is shown to have restlessness and uncontrollable twitching and movement. Sadly, these patients are locked in rooms for the safety of our staff and other people in the building. They remain in the room until all their energy is gone and they die.
Since we have just received the information of the most common symptoms and how the body is affected, we will now be talking to a public health administrator about what is being done to protect the public and what you can do yourself to protect yourself from the retrovirus. Hello, Aaron. As we have just found out, this retrovirus is spreading quickly, and we now need to find ways to protect the community and what is being done to protect them, as the fear is also growing. Do we know how the retrovirus is being transmitted from others who are already infected?
This retrovirus is being transmitted from victim to victim by any transfer of saliva and blood between people. The most common, being the already infected, are by biting the non-infected.
What is being done to contain the virus in the already infected victims?
We are currently trying to quarantine the victims that already have the virus from the people who are still healthy. We are also working with the immunologists to find a vaccine to help hinder the outbreak.
Is there any information or research being done to create a vaccine for the virus?
Yes, there is work being done to find a vaccine for the virus, but no further comment about this vaccine at the time.
What can the public do to protect themselves from getting the virus?
Know the symptoms and stay away from the infected. Stay inside your homes and do not try and help anyone. You never know who may be infected and are currently not showing any symptoms. Most importantly, protect yourself and your loved ones.
Thank you for your time and answering my questions. As more information becomes known to us, we will provide the data, and for the time being, you have to protect yourselves. You never know who is going to be infected. The apocalypse is here, and you need to do whatever possible to survive.
I am the only survivor of the HMV virus. I was a zombie but received the vaccine and survived. It took me a few days to recover, and I only have one lasting side effect. Sometimes my limbs twitch. Other than that, I'm thankful here.
This is your emergency broadcast system.
And now, here are current events to help you survive.
The rules are simple. Number 1, avoid populated areas at all costs. Number 2, you come into contact with other people, assume they have it. Number 3, the virus can survive on surfaces for up to 24 hours. Never touch anything that's not disinfected. And the last rule, take what you need and never look back. You break the rules, you die. You follow them, you live. Maybe.